Welcome to a new edition of the Neon Jazz interview series with UK jazz bassist Huw V. Williams on the new 2020 CD Equidistant Between. It was recorded during a national heat wave and a single session with his engineer out of London. His area is in their third lockdown since the pandemic began in March 2020. He opened up about that, the future, and his life in music. Enjoy.
Huw, thank you again for reaching out to me. Great to talk with you. I mean, it's a very strange time on planet Earth.
God, yeah. I mean, it's kind of, there's ups and downs.
Yeah.
Isn't there?
It's like a big roller coaster ride. We all got a ticket for it, whether we wanted it or not.
Yeah, exactly. God, yeah.
At any rate, I guess, talking about music's probably a good idea right now. And you have new music out there. And I want to talk to you a little bit about Equidistant Between. And that was released in 2020, correct?
That's right, yes. So, it was, I put out in July. So that I put out the day before my birthday in July.
Right on.
So it's a kind of like little birthday present for myself to finally put the record out there.
What day was it?
Yeah, but yeah, so it was July the 17th it was out.
Okay, wonderful.
So yeah, I'd recorded it a couple of years beforehand. Because obviously with like releasing things here, a lot of it's reliant on touring and stuff, so you have like the release tour to go with the album. But unfortunately this year, because there's not been any touring happening, I thought, to hell with it, I'll just put it out anyway. And, so it was a kind of fun lockdown project almost to figure out how to get the music out there. And, so I'm still kind of trying to spread the word.
How have you been doing with the pandemic? Like, what was your last show before everything closed down, and kind of how have you been keeping yourself maintained during this time of no live music?
Yeah, so I'm trying, because before the first, we've had a few lockdowns in the UK, so we're on the third one now, but before it really got bad, I think the last gig I did was I think it was a week before the lockdown had happened, because things were starting to shut slowly before the government told us to shut things down. But yeah, it was just like kind of playing a jam session, but like not many people turned up, so it was really weird. It's like, yeah, so it felt like kind of like the last time we'd get to play for a while. I don't know, but since then, because, the restrictions, they've eased here and there, so it's been nice. I've been able to like play with people more locally, so I guess like, more musicians have been available, I guess, to play. So that was quite nice over the summer, we were trying to figure out how to still play at a distance as well. So luckily the weather was quite nice over the summer here for us to do that. But yeah, but in terms of like lockdown activities, I think like a lot of other people have invested in some recording equipment and trying to keep busy with that and figure out how to record the bass from home and, and be a bit more DIY with things going forwards,
Let's go back to a little bit in time here. How did you get involved with jazz, and how did this become your life?
Yeah, because I grew up in North Wales, a place called Bangor. And luckily, when I was growing up, there was a jazz musician local, so a guy called Hugh Warren and his son Zoot Warren. So, yeah, so they were, because Hugh played with everyone, like all the British greats, but kind of moved to North Wales to get out of the hustle and bustle of London. So yeah, but so quite lucky that he and his son Zoot was around. So yeah, so I managed to like play a bunch with them when I was growing up during the formative years. And yeah, I think, but it's that natural thing as well, because I started playing electric bass first and being into, like Jack Up Astorius and stuff, and then you follow a thread of all that music, and then, started checking out, like Charles Mingus and stuff, and then, meeting these guys around that time. So it's kind of, yeah, I don't know, it sort of feels to happen by accident in a way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do you love jazz?
Well, it's kind of got a good balance of rules and freedom, I suppose. In terms of, it's great because, you can do well to some extent. You can do whatever you want to, like maybe more in improvised music circles. But yeah, so you kind of not always having to read, I suppose, like while improvising. But yeah, but it kind of keeps the mathematical brain going as well for me, anyway. You know, so you're kind of checking out how you put sounds together. I found that quite interesting, and that thing I'm always like fascinated by still, you know, after years of playing. It's yeah, but I don't know. But hopefully, yeah, it's not slowed down. You know, I'm just deliver as much as I have done before, and you know, and kind of yeah.
Cool. So when we do return to music, when you get back on the stage and we get back in the audience, what do you hope we all like understand or realize about this long time away from live music?
I hope people come and support it for sure. And yeah, and you know, I hope that kind of musically there's more risk taking in a way, you know, because obviously we've all been kind of cooped up inside with no one to please but ourselves in terms of music, kind of thing. For us musicians, anyway. You know, so like kind of, you know, we've been playing what makes us happy. So hopefully the joy will come through and people will be a bit more apologetic about their real music, and yeah, you know, yeah, and hopefully audiences will come, you know.
Yeah, I think they will. I think it's probably going to be a good thing when the world opens back up. But yeah, I know you guys have had a rougher go of it over there in England, and good luck with everything. Good luck with the album, and thanks again for reaching out. I love it when cats reach out, and this is the second time you've reached out to me, so I'm glad we finally get to talk. And hopefully the next time we talk, it's during better times in the world.
For sure, man. Yeah. No, thank you, Joe. Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for listening and tuning in to another Neon Jazz interview, where we give you a bit of insight into the finest cats in London, the UK, Kansas City, and spots all over the world, giving fans all that jazz. And thanks to Huw for his time, music, and reaching out to Neon Jazz. If you want to hear more interviews, go to Famous Interviews with Joe Domino on the iTunes Store. Visit Neon Jazz at youtube.com, and for everything Neon Jazz all the time, go to the neonjazz.blogspot.com. Until next time, enjoy the jazz, my friends.
Neon Jazz.